This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.
Indian and Saudi companies ink 50 MoU, and Mubadala commits $1 billion to Blue Owl Capital. You're watching The Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. India and Saudi have inked 50 MoU in ICT, chemicals, energy, advanced manufacturing, and entrepreneurship. The agreements were signed during the India-Saudi Investment Forum in New Delhi on the sidelines of the G20 summit. Saudi's Ministry of Investment says it's opening a country office in India to streamline the process for Indian companies to invest in Saudi. The countries are also establishing an agreement to facilitate venture capital and funding for startups. Mubadala Investment Company has committed $1 billion to the credit platform of the New York-based alternative investment manager Blue Owl Capital. It's through a strategic partnership that will initially focus on financially backing tech companies. The deal is the largest commitment to Blue Owl's tech lending strategy so far. Mubadala is diversifying its credit investment strategy by lending to tech firms, citing growing demand for debt capital from mature, fast-growing software businesses. UAE-based healthcare and education company Amanat and Saudi-based infrastructure developer Midday International have launched a partnership through which both parties will collaborate on Ministry of Health public-private partnership projects in the kingdom. They will first participate in the upcoming 900-bed PPP post-acute care tender in Riyadh and Dammam. Amanat says the partnership enables it to immediately collaborate on potential PPP projects in Saudi's long-term care and rehabilitation sector, with the goal of delivering a 1,000-bed capacity within 3 years. Dubai-based Sakoon, formerly known as Oman Insurance, has announced it's acquired the UAE life insurance portfolio of Chubb Tempest Life Reinsurance for an undisclosed amount. Sakoon says the agreement to proceed with the deal was signed on August 24th. The acquisition is part of its strategy to boost its position in the market. Sakoon says the policies of existing customers of Chubb Tempest will not be affected by the acquisition. Brent crude futures pushed towards $91 a barrel this morning as investors await August CPI data, which is due for release tomorrow. That data could indicate whether interest rates will rise further in the US and Europe, and it will help gauge future oil demand. November Brent crude futures rose 28 cents this morning to $90.92, while West Texas crude futures for October edged 35 cents higher to $87.64. The Nasdaq closed sharply higher overnight as Tesla surged on optimism around AI and as investors await inflation data due tomorrow. Tesla rallied 10% after Morgan Stanley upgraded the EV maker to overweight from equal weight, saying its Dojo supercomputer could boost the company's market value by nearly $600 billion. Other mega caps also rose, with Amazon climbing 3.5% and Microsoft adding 1.1%. Meta jumped 3.25% after a report said it's working on a new, more powerful AI system. And that rally is reflected in today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, which tracks the daily gains and losses of the world's wealthiest people, with our biggest winner today, Elon Musk, up $17.9 billion overnight, and now with net wealth of $269.3 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Jeff Bezos, up $4.8 billion, and now with net wealth of $165.8 billion. And our third place winner is Mark Zuckerberg, up $3.4 billion, with net wealth of $109.1 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. And the Moroccan government reportedly wants to proceed with the IMF World Bank annual meeting scheduled in October in Marrakesh, despite Friday's devastating earthquake. The IMF and World Bank declined to comment on Morocco's position on the meetings. Both institutions say their immediate focus is on the initial response to the disaster. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching.
This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.